brand new banger.
It's NuKKle HeDD Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means. It's NuKKle HeDD Comics. We in the building. We got Cap. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Chilling like a villain on penicillin with a Mac 11. Just wait for 7. You know how we do.
Yeah, I don't have any fancy rhymes like that.
Listen, man, you gotta live through some shit to get some of these rhymes. Nah, but yeah, we had a hell of a fucking Thanksgiving over the weekend. We saw Predator Badlands.
Yep. It's one of the topics I'm going to be talking about at least.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was not like any other Predator movie I've seen, but it was all right.
Yeah, I'll get to my once we get into it. I'll get to my review.
Shit. But today's gonna be another open conversation. You know how we did before. I like that type of conversation. But I was scrolling through the interwebs and I seen a post saying that Wolverine's favorite drinking buddy is Spider-Man. And every year on his birthday, he goes out drinking with Spider-Man. And it's not because Spider-Man can keep up with him, like drinking wise. It's because every time he goes out, somebody starts a problem and Spider-Man stops him from killing the dude. And he's like, see, you think that I'm better than this. And everybody else just thinks I'm a monster. So that's why he always goes and drinks with Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man has some human, keeps him human.
I think that's sadder than just being an alcoholic.
Right? I choose this guy to drink with because, you know, he believes I'm better than the murderer everybody else thinks I am.
Yeah, that's like in real life. Be like, I like going out and drinking with Tom because Tom keeps me from drinking and driving. It's like it's not a good reason to pick Tom. Like you shouldn't be drinking and driving, period.
Word. Shit.
On the other news on the interweb, sometime this month, starting from the 7th until whenever the release date of Fire and Ash Avatar is, the first trailer for Avengers Doomsday will be dropping.
Nice.
Now, is this something you're going to watch? Because I know you don't like trailers to begin with.
I watched the first one. You know, I see how the first one goes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna spoil a lot of shit. But what are we gonna do? But
The only thing it has to do is just show us Doom. What is he gonna look like? And once we get that out of the way, then everything else falls where it is.
he's gonna look like Iron Man.
He better not.
Why not? He's Tony Stark. According to everybody, all the geniuses out in the interwebs that don't know shit, he's Tony Stark, and there's proof of it because there was one comic who made the reference that Doctor Doom stole Tony Stark's body, and then boom, now the Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Yeah, after all the shit they talk about how this is Victor Von Doom, he's not playing Tony Stark, he's gonna revolutionize the villain portrayal and blah 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 blah. If that trailer comes out and they're like, oh, actually he is a variant of Tony Stark, you lost me. I'm telling you right now, I will not see the movie. So that it's gonna be a view of one for you when you go see it.
Listen, man, they don't even need to make him Tony Stark. They just got to make it good. That's how low the bar is. This doesn't even have to be Endgame level. This has to be Ant-Man level. If it's Ant-Man level, it's a success.
Well, not true, because Thunderbolts was very good, wasn't a success. Fantastic Four was very good, wasn't a success.
No, that's what I'm saying. It has to be Ant-Man level. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four sucked because they were about the characters.
Gotcha. Can you hear the dog chewing in the background?
Yeah. Sorry though. You know. But yeah. All right, let's get your opinion on this shit. Who would win in a fight? Wolverine or Blade?
I think Wolverine, only because most of Blade's tactics go to fighting vampires, and all of his weaponry and shit are cool, but with Wolverine's healing factor, he's not going to do the same type of damage that he normally does. Like, you could stake Wolverine through the heart, and he's just going to pull the stake out, heal, and stab you in the face. What do you think?
I was watching this TikTok where they're talking about it, and this dude is like, if Blade can do this, and this, and then 10 out of 10 times Wolverine will win. It's like, what the fuck you came up with this for? It's like, yo, can Robert De Niro beat Tyson? Well, if De Niro was younger and he started fighting like he was Rocky Marciano and he stuck and moved, he would get his ass kicked every day. The fuck? Why did this become a video? Like,
Yeah.
You literally just have to say it. Wolverine is pretty much immortal. He's not cutting through the vibranium. Would Blade be able to, like, if this was a points-based match, maybe outpoint Wolverine because his martial arts and shit? But other than that, like, what are you gonna do? You gonna turn Wolverine into a vampire?
Yeah. The only problem with Wolverine is his berserk mode is not gonna let him stay down. And I don't know if Blade can hit him hard enough to keep him down. Because remember, Wolverine is originally a villain, not a villain, but an antagonist to the Hulk. Designed to be a problem for the Hulk. So, again, in a round-based system, in a tournament where there's rules, in an MMA match, can Blade beat Logan? Yeah, I'd say you could. In a street fight, it's a different story.
Has anybody ever cracked his animanium? I know Magneto took it away from him, but has anybody ever hit him so hard that it cracked the animanium?
No. Animanium cannot be cracked. Well, there was so I'm gonna have to amend that because there's a specific sword that is made to counteract his healing factor, and I believe cut through the animanium. And I think a couple of people have had that sword and fucked them up. But without that sword, nobody has been able to like break his bones, essentially.
Because I was gonna say, like, would a celestial be able to do it, or like no, like normal tier, like the one above all, like they're so powerful they might be able to do this, sure.
Yeah, they definitely might be able to do it. Anybody who can manipulate matter, like who can just turn around and either like rewrite reality or take something like Cersei from Eternals.
Yeah, aka Cavs' favorite movie.
Yeah, like you can like anybody who could do that, where they could take the metal and make it something else, then yeah, they can manipulate it however they want.
And that's kind of like that's unfair.
This motherfucker can heal from whatever you do. Like, how fair is he? And I think there was something. I gotta look it up because I don't remember if it's the movie version or if the actual version, but something with Lady Deathstrike and her animanium that also can affect Wolverine.
I don't remember nothing from the movie saying anything like that, so it's probably got to be from the comic book.
I'm looking it up right now. All right, so okay. So she can cut through his flesh, but not the skeleton.
See, I looked up if anybody's ever broken Wolverine's bones, and it said before he had animanium, Sabretooth would do that shit all the time.
Yeah. You know that it's funny that you mentioned him and Spider-Man once a year. You know, Sabretooth originally just showed up once a year on Wolverine's birthday just to beat his ass and then leave.
Yeah, I remember that. And he enjoyed doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like he would beat him like half to death. And why did he do that? Just because?
Yeah.
Just
to prove that he was better.
Okay, so look. So characters like the Hulk. All right, so no one has ever been able to permanently break Wolverine's true animanium skeleton. So characters like the Hulk have damaged it, and it has been ripped from his body at times. However, he would not be able to regenerate the animanium if it was removed, as he does not produce it naturally. So, damage but not break due to its near indestructibility. The metal can only be dented or by extreme force, but not broken. Removal. While not broken, his skeleton has been forcefully ripped from his body by the likes of Magneto and the Hulk. And a process that is not permanent because his body does not have a natural supply of the metal. Regeneration, he can't regenerate. Alternative versions. Some storylines have featured alternative versions of animanium, but the animanium in his primary timeline is essentially unbreakable. So how the fuck did the Hulk rip that shit from his body?
Yo, unless he did The old Sub-Zero finisher where you just go in, grab some bone, and pull it through everything. Either that or that's one of those alternate timelines where the Hulk once did something.
Okay, so Hulk did not rip Wolverine's adamantium skeleton in a one single piece, but rather tore the skeleton apart at the joints. The skeleton is not a solid piece, which allows Wolverine to move. So Hulk was able to pull the separate pieces apart, essentially ripping the skeleton through the joints.
Okay. So wait, if Wolverine's skeleton is not one solid piece, well, no, I guess our skeleton is not one solid piece either, because the elbow joint has a whole bunch of shit keeping it together, and it's not
meniscus and the ligaments and all other shit. Well, what the fuck? They made a video of Wolverine. Oh, the Hulk was miniature.
In one of the cartoons, he was.
Oh shit! So the Hulk was miniature and just ripped off one of his claws and stabbed him with it. All right, one way to do it. Shit. Speaking of Wolverine, there's a comic book panel where he's talking to Kitty Pryde, and he tells her, "One day you're gonna look back and wish that you had told more people to go fuck themselves."
That's a hell of a fucking thing.
How would you feel about Ben Affleck's Batman being in James Gunn Superman?
I don't know how that will work, because he's supposed, like, are we just saying Ben Affleck playing Batman and James Gunn Superman, or the Batman that was portrayed in the Snyderverse as played by Ben Affleck in James Gunn's world?
Ben Affleck is Batman.
All right, if it's just Ben Affleck getting another chance, all right. He did good enough that I can give him another chance.
All right, so the flip side of it, then, how would you feel as Ben Affleck playing the Punisher in the Superman? Because that was the second question you asked.
No, I wouldn't want. It wouldn't make sense because he's supposed to know Clark, and obviously he wouldn't know this kid. You know who I want to see as James Gunn's Batman?
George Clooney.
Yeah. Let's give George Clooney the actual chance to redo this shit.
I can see him as old man Batman. The old Bruce Wayne with Batman Beyond.
Oh, if he had what was his name? Terry McGinnis?
I think so. I could definitely see him doing that. He's kind of got that look, and when he does that little face, I can see Bruce Wayne in there. Have you ever read the Berserker comic books?
No.
Well, apparently Keanu Reeves is playing the Berserker in the live action movie.
Really? What? I wonder what the hell that is.
I don't know. So Maya Goth, you know who Maya Goth is?
Yes, Maya Goth is she's starting the X trilogy, or X Pearl, and then Triple X. She's in Frankenstein. She's a good actress.
Okay, she said that she had a costume and a wig fitting for her role in Blade. She doesn't know why it's taking this long for the film to be made.
Yeah, she also had like one of the variants of the script that she read. She also came out and said was very good, and she was excited to get started on it, and then everything just fell apart. Oh, look at this. So Keanu Reeves. Hold on, I gotta. Keanu Reeves, I guess, wrote this
Oh, okay.
because it looks like him. His name's at the on the other end. His name's at the
Yeah.
top.
Shit. That look like Keanu Reeves is Wolverine.
But what's the difference between that and John Wick?
But Wolverine and John Wick?
I guess so.
Oh, well. All right. So
here's before we so Berserk is a comic book series co-written by Keanu Reeves. It follows the story of an immortal man named B who is forced to work for the U.S. government in exchange for a chance to learn the secret of his past and find a way to end his eternal life.
his eternal light?
Life.
Okay. So Neil deGrasse Tyson is being thrown to the wolves because they asked him who would win in a cage match, Batman or Iron Man. Pretty much Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark. And he said Tony Stark because Tony Stark builds his own stuff. And Batman depends on the engineers and evolution of his business for most of his gadgets. And everybody's saying that Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't smart and he clearly never read Batman and this and that. And I'm sitting there going, well, because not only in the movie, but in the cartoon, Lucius Fox made the Batmobile for him.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that he got because of other people's technology. Batman doesn't have time to build all this shit because he's out vigilanteing.
Yo, he's a detective, not an engineer.
And everybody's saying clearly he never read Batman. Batman builds his own shit. Like, now, if they were saying that Batman would win because of his fighting ability, and if Batman wore the same suit that he fucked up Superman in, this. But I mean, what do you think?
So if Batman, if they're gonna do armored combat, where Batman gets armor, what's his name? Tony Stark gets armor. It's a little bit more fair of a fight. I'm pretty sure Batman can figure out after getting hit with one of the two repulsor rays how to dodge and counter that and fuck him up. But if you're going just Batman in his suit, and then Tony gets to do whatever nanotech bullshit he does, then no. Tony's got too much shit to adapt quickly that can take out. But then again, see, this one is difficult because
you think Batman doesn't know how to use magnets?
Yeah. But this is the thing, because Captain America can kick the shit out of Iron Man, and him and Batman went toe to toe to a dead heat in the DC versus Marvel shit. Then by the transitive property, Batman should be able to kick the shit out of Tony Stark too.
Yeah. And he should have some kind of gadget that could do something.
Yeah, dude.
He had to have some kind of scrambler or some shit that would be able to fuck up Jarvis in there for a little while or something.
Well, he would definitely have something to block like the optic sensors. So then either Tony would have to take his mask off or fight blind. And unless Tony trained with Matt, I don't think Tony knows how to fight with his sense of sight taken away.
Gone. Yeah. See, now this is the thing though. Like, I'm pretty sure Neil deGrasse Tyson is going basically off of intelligence or ingenuity. But the thing with Batman is he's always prepared for something. Even when Tony's fighting someone, he's not prepared for them until he fails. Like even that's the wait. I forgot that you was on this whole fucking screen. I'm like, why did you? But yeah. Even in the MCU, every time he realized one of his things were inferior to somebody, he upgraded. He never upgraded it to where it's, oh, maybe I should try this. It's like, oh, this guy's ripping my suit apart. I need nanotech. Or this, the shield was too much. It took too much of my nanotech. It couldn't cover me. So I made a fucking light barrier now. You know what I'm saying? Like he innovates based off of necessity and the shit that he lacked when the last time he needed it. Where Batman is prepared for anything.
That's because his rogue gallery is so unpredictable. He's got to have his utility belt. He's got to have something for everybody in case somebody does some shit.
You got shark repellent, cat food.
Yeah. So we're gonna go Batman definitively.
In biganisms.
He doesn't have a Super Mario mushroom.
Shit. But yeah, I think that's the one thing that. But all right.
Why are they? Well, here's my question: why are you asking Neil deGrasse Tyson for anything related to comics?
Because
like he doesn't strike me as somebody who, like, he strikes me as somebody who's like, oh, cool, comics exist, great, but not like somebody who's entrenched.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to turn around and go, well, actually, in issue number 456 of the John Romita run, in panel 22, there's a moment where Tony Stark discovers the ionic isotope number of fucking whatever. Like,
you know, it's funny. He actually did some shit like that where he's like, yo, somebody asked me how much does Moliere weigh? And he did the calculations and it's like 22 billion pounds. And somebody goes, no, you're wrong, because in Thor comic issue number 47, they said it weighs 42 pounds. But even in the movie, they said this is ridiculously light. He goes, yeah, you get better motion out of it.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's forged by the shit that's inside of a dying star. So people think that that's what makes it heavy. But in reality, it's the enchantment that if you are not as worthy as Thor, you cannot lift it. That's what makes it heavy. That's why, as Captain America once pointed out, if you put it in an elevator, the elevator still goes up.
Yeah. The elevator can't rule Asgard.
Give me 1 second of this stupid ass here.
All right. Shit. Speaking of Spider-Man, you know what's funny? While he's gone, they're talking about what's her name? She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany. She said that she's not interested in coming back as She-Hulk for Secret Wars. And they said that if they can't convince her to come, then they just may remove the character from the movie. I'm like, yo, why wouldn't you just recast it? You know what I'm saying? Like, Gina Carano seems like a pretty good, choice to me. She has that Wonder Woman vibe. She could definitely beat the shit out of people. You know, I know and she can act. Somebody said Jade from WWE. Now, if they were painting like Lou Ferrigno, like back in the day, they did the Lou Ferrigno shit where Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk and they painted him green. Jade would be perfect for She-Hulk if they were gonna paint her green and make her She-Hulk. But as a woman that's turning into She-Hulk, she's too brolic for that. Because you have a bodybuilder, and what you gonna do? You just gonna make her a taller bodybuilder? Like that kind of defeats the purpose, because she's supposed to be normal, normal size, and then she turns muscular. That's like if Bruce Banner was already looking like Lou Ferrigno, and then they just spray painted him green. It's like, oh well, now he's just green. Now he didn't get any bigger. But y'all gotta let me know who you think to replace her as She-Hulk, or do we even replace She-Hulk? Because not for nothing, why not? Why not have She-Hulk in there? You know what I'm saying? Like the show we get on, because they wanted to make a lawyer show that they didn't have anything to do with law. They wanted to make a Ally McBeal show, and none of that shit was Ally McBeal. And the people who wrote the show fucked that up. But she did a pretty good job as an actress, and the character actually connected a lot of things. She's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You can have like Matt Murdock in Far From Home, and was it Far From Home? Yeah, Far From Home, or No Way Home in Spider-Man. You don't need to be Daredevil. She could be another lawyer. Like, I understand people don't want to intertwine a lot of shit, but this is the comic book universe. Why not use characters? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we need strangers doing shit? Like, yo, we know she's She-Hulk. She's a lawyer. Boom. Throw her in there as a fucking lawyer. I was saying I would like to see Gina Carano replace her if she doesn't want to come back, but somebody was saying Jade. And I was like, if you're going to paint Jade green to be the She-Hulk, that would be perfect. But her as the woman playing her, she's a little bit too brolic already.
Yeah. you need a transformation from something to something else.
Yeah. Now, the girl who plays the Wicked Witch from
Wicked?
Bond, Wicked, there you go. Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah. They're talking about her playing Storm. And I'm like, nah.
I mean, if she bulks up a little bit.
Did you see how skinny she got?
That's what I'm saying. Like, she needs to.
A little. No, that's why I asked you if you see how skinny she got, because you said a little bit.
What, is she trying to compete with Ariana Grande?
She is competing with it. It's almost like Ariana, like she's got Ariana Grande in a cult. Like, you ever see the pictures of her or the videos where Ariana Grande says some shit and she's like all over her and speaks for her now, and like that's her woman or something. Like, somebody fucking looked at Ariana Grande and she, like, I could have swore that she thought she was, she had magical powers and she put a fucking voodoo hex on them.
I have not seen any of those pics, but everything is CG nowadays, so they could just show up and pose her face on Jade's body.
But not for nothing, Jade as Storm would be dope. Like, we already seen her pretty much as Storm almost every fucking Monday.
True, but can she act?
I mean, that's a different story.
I mean, Marvel has done one thing consistently. No matter what you think of any of the movies, they have never miscast a role. You've never walked out of a Marvel movie going, I don't think that person was right for that role.
You said Marvel, because the Iron Fist was miscast, but that was Netflix. But yeah, yeah, and even when they don't miscast them and they reuse them, like the Spider-Mans, they're better in the Marvel movies than they are in the Sony movies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see her as fucking Storm. Like, to be honest with you, I would want somebody that we don't know.
I want these new X-Men to be completely new. People we've never seen play X-Men before, because I want these guys to be distinctly Marvel. I don't want them to be, oh, well, this is the Fox Marvel, this is the, the cartoon Marvel, or this is the blah Marvel. Like, give me somebody who has not played them before, so we know definitively these are our X-Men.
Like Hugh Jackman. I mean, yo, he's definitively Wolverine. Like, there's no if ands, if or buts. But
there's only one exception to that rule.
Henry Cavill.
No.
Chuck
I
Norris.
just had his fucking name in my head, and then you said Henry Cavill, and it went out of. Yeah, I gotta look it up now, because now I'm only thinking of his fucking characters. Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer as the voice of Beast is the only one I'm allowed to stay, because you can make Beast look however you want.
All right, no, because I thought you were talking about like who else could play Wolverine. That's why I said Henry Cavill. But no, yeah, Chelsea Grammer as the voice, or Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
He's done. The man's 85.
But they said this was his
years
last. Yeah, but also Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. I don't see anybody else playing him unless you're gonna give it to who? Jamie Foxx.
You know who I want to see play Deadpool?
Eddie Murphy.
No, this is no lie.
Marlon Wayne.
People call this dude one of the greatest actors of our generation. Okay.
Dominic Mysterio.
But let's see Leonardo DiCaprio play Deadpool. Let's see how good of an actor he is. Let's see if he can play that character. Because I don't think he can.
Is he having a bad day? Pick up the phone, start dialing.
What's the phrase? There's been a lot of lies at this table tonight. I assure you this isn't one of them.
So hold up.
Oh, he's going to the Rolodex of noises.
Yeah, everybody wants to pick a fucking noise when I haven't used this shit in 25 years.
I didn't ask you to fucking play the noise. I just said, what the fuck is the phrase?
There's been a lot of lies said around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can't believe.
Damn it. I always go with this isn't one of them. But no, it's that you can't believe. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta one day I'm gonna learn it. One day I'm gonna surprise you and get that fucking phrase right.
Watch the movie.
I've seen the movie.
Oh, did you see 11 Cloverfield Lane or 12 Cloverfield Lane is on Tubi?
Yeah, I read your text. I don't think that works with more than one watch.
I mean, so far I've started watching it again. So far, it's all right. Shit.
Dude, I used to be the biggest Cloverfield fan. Like, I could tell you all how Tugarato was building Slusho and all the interconnecting links and how everything went, how everything fed and everything else. And then I fell off of it.
Oh, well, it's a slide. You can fall off. Shit, did you hear that Disney is submitting the Fantastic Four first steps for awards consideration in all categories, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Pedro Pascal, Best Actress, Vanessa Kirby, Best Supporting Actress, Julia Garner, and Best Supporting Actor, Joseph Quinn and Iban Patrick. Nitty Bang.
they can do whatever they want. I'm gonna tell you right now, no Marvel movie has ever won a fucking Oscar for anything. Not for digital effects, not for costuming, not for fucking sound design, nothing. The Suicide Squad, the first one from David Ayers with Will
With the
Smith.
black daughter.
Yeah, or with Will Pickett Smith. That has an Oscar for costume design. But no Marvel movie has. So you can do whatever the fuck you want, but it ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
I think the closest you can say, I gotta look it up. I think Big Hero 6 may have won the Oscar for Best Animated Film in that year. And if that's true, that's the closest Marvel has ever came to winning a fucking Oscar.
Which one?
Big Hero 6.
Oh. Shit. That one was a good one though. Did you hear that Netflix wants
Yeah,
to
Best
make
Animated Film in 2015.
it won best or it nominated?
It won.
Netflix wants to make a Superman versus Black Adam with Henry Cavill. Notice it doesn't say anything about with The Rock also, but it's just Henry Cavill, Superman versus Black Adam.
Yo, I want this to be a 30-minute fucking short where it's just Henry Cavill beating the fuck out of some black dude named Adam. And there's Superman versus Black Adam.
Shit. Speaking of Black Adam, Samuel Jackson is pushing for Disney to make a Mace Windu Star Wars show. Do we need a Mace Windu show? Is his character so important, or not important, but is his character so intriguing that we need a Mace Windu show? Because to be honest with you, nothing about his character in any of the movies made me go, I need to see more. Maybe in the cartoons, but none in the movies made me say, I need to see more of this guy.
I'm going to give you two answers. The real answer is in this current Disney climate, with this current Disney people that they have in charge, this current regime, no. We don't need it. Don't want it. Throw it out. Write a whole bunch of fucking episodes just for him so he can walk around and read them out loud around his house. But now the other answer is, as Mace Windu, one of the only Jedi with the purple lightsaber, with the ability to tap into the dark side without crossing over, that is an interesting prompt. That is something we have not seen. So a TV show, 6 to 8 episodes of watching that type of Jedi would be cool.
But do you think they would take advantage of that like that? I don't think that would be the main focus of the...
That's why I said this current Disney regime, no. Get it out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But with competent people who know how to write TV and who love the fucking Star Wars universe, they can make a cool show. It's just a shame that those two things are not.
You froze. Shit. It's just a shame that those two things are not happening at the same time or in the same room. I get it. We'll wait until he comes back because he froze. Every time you start talking about Star Wars, you freeze and leave.
Yeah, it's because the laptop is hot. So if you see me got my hood on, you're about to hear the fan.
Yeah.
Or the AC.
Sorry. Yeah, but
Well, so essentially what I'm saying is it sucks that Disney and Lucasfilm can't.
It sucks that Lucasfilm boot.
Yo, they're trying to shut me up. They don't want me to say it. That's what the fuck is happening. I got my tinfoil on under the hood, and I'm about to drop some real shit. Now, without further fucking eruption, Disney can't find people to write well and love the fucking material. Disney and Lucasfilm. So no, don't give me no more shit.
Word.
Just finish the shit that you are. Finish the fucking Grogu movie and the Ahsoka season 2 and leave it. Ja, enough. And fucking kick me off this goddamn show and not let me finish talking. Fuck you.
Where was you in the fat bitch? Shit.
The fucking showrunner said that YouTubers are the reason why the Acolyte sucked.
No, we watched it.
No, guess what? We're on YouTube. If so facto, we're YouTubers. You're damn right we fucking got it canceled. You're damn right we're the ones who fucked it up.
You know what?
I'll take the fucking credit for getting that show off the air.
Hey, listen, we did Jesus's work. But this is the crazy shit. It's YouTube's fault that the shit got off the air. Yeah, because YouTubers watched it. We saw it suck. You can't make good shit and YouTube kicks it off. No, it sucked. It was stupid. It's horrible.
Yo, you can name female porn stars, and I'll tell you that I've never seen anything suck more than that show.
Yeah, and it's funny because that was a show you was excited for.
Yeah, because the premise should have been the actual view from the other side, from the dark side. Not he can't tell us apart, despite the fact that everybody else in the fucking planet and the universe can. Not there's a miscommunication that led to me thinking your mom was gonna destroy you, and so I killed her to protect you, and now you're mad. Not this whole fucking thing. I've longed for my sister. We're finally reunited. Wipe her memory so this bitch can't tell her where we are. Take her with you. If they can't find you and she's with you, they can't find her.
It's like Harold and Kumar doing all that shit to go to White Castle and then saying, fuck it, let's go Wendy's.
Yeah, there's a Wendy's next door.
Shit. There's a lot of stupid shit in there. And like Hodge gave me the books for Darth Bane, and I'm starting to, read that shit. And you want something from the Sith side. That's something from the dark side.
Wait, is it from the dark side or from the dark side?
Dark side.
Yo, I'm when you're done. Wait, you're doing the audiobooks, right?
Yeah, back and forth. I'm sometimes the thing sometimes when I'm reading, I'll forget what line I'm on. Like you ever read and then you go on and then you're like, all right, I got to this, and then you go this way and it's like, wait, that don't make no sense. Like, oh shit, I just skipped the line. You ever did that?
No.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
But my problem is I'm reading and then all that shit goes and then what I've just read might be true, but it's not what was written on the fucking page. The example I'd like to give is I did this in school once where we were talking about sports, and the thing was the Brooklyn Dodgers fell to the New York Yankees, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember exactly, but it was the Brooklyn Dodgers fell to the New York Yankees in 6 games in 1952. And then when I read it as in 1952 the Yankees beat the Dodgers 4-2 in the World Series. factually correct, not what the fuck was on the page. That's how my mind shifted it, so it was easier for me to get.
I hear you. Shit. Fucking.
But the point is, I want to read those books when you're done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is pretty good. I would like to see an adaptation of that. Like, I know you was talking to me earlier about Lucas didn't recognize any of these books or any of the thing is canon.
Yeah,
and all
George
that.
Lucas himself didn't like any.
Yeah.
I mean, he allowed it to happen, but he wasn't a fan.
Well, because we made mention to the fact that it's like, how do you make Darth Vader stronger than this guy? Because you already told us all of Darth Vader's story, and at no point did you explain that this guy's stronger than him.
Yeah.
But also, like, this is perfect for you to go, yeah, but you only know a little bit of Darth Vader. You know? Because a lot of people wrote for Darth Vader also, which makes him more compelling than Anakin. Because, to be honest with you, I feel like Anakin's story is the shortest at all. It's like the only thing that happened with Anakin was that he was a Jedi. No, he was a Padawan. They gave him the rank of chief, but he was never a Jedi master. And he had a Padawan, and the Padawan quit. He had babies, and now he's Darth Vader. And then he's living his life now, doing all this crazy shit as Darth Vader. You don't hear, like, in the cartoon, they give the story that he beat the gods of dark and light, and that's how strong he is and all other shit, but you don't really hear shit like that too much.
Yeah. So I just looked up his official viewing, and he believes them to be a separate parallel universe.
Those books.
The extended universe is what they once were originally called. But then again, as you were saying, you gotta think of it this way, right? If I do a drawing, right, and I do a cool giraffe, and then you turn around, right, it's just a standard giraffe on a white paper. It looks cool. I did a little bit of shading, and then you come around and go, "Yo, I like that drawing. I'm gonna add to it," and you do a full lion coming out of the fucking jungle, out of the bush, and it's photorealistic and blah blah blah, and you put it next to mine, I'm gonna be like, that ain't part of mine. It's kind of tied because we both did animals, but that ain't what I did.
I hear you, but yo, it just goes to show you that man had one story in mind and never had any intention to go deeper on anything. Because like he had the original 3, and then he had the prequels because technology didn't meet the standard. So he had that story, and then everyone else was like, "We can make this its own thing." Like in all honesty, like Star Wars is a sport now. You have football, basketball, baseball, soccer, wrestling, the MCU, and Star Wars. Like, these are all their own things. And the Fast and the Furious is coming up also, but like they're their own things. And he just was like, "No, I just wanted 6 movies, and that was it."
And the Clone Wars animated series he considers canon.
Okay, but did he do those, or did somebody else?
He and Dave Filoni did the Star Wars Clone Wars.
Okay,
Like Dave Filoni learned under him doing that show. Rebels apparently is not on this list though.
shit. Which is crazy because Rebels actually went deeper into the lore with the Jedi. Rebels actually showed you the actual power of the Jedi.
Yeah,
The Kanan.
I kind of like Rebels more than Clone Wars.
Yeah, I can see
Although I will say, the 7th season of Clone Wars was probably some of the best shit I've seen.
that. Which one was that?
That's the last season they did to wrap up the Clone Wars thing, where Ahsoka, was fully out of the Jedi Order. We found out what happened after that. She had that big ass battle with Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, if you didn't know, they actually used Ray Park and a stunt woman to fight that entire fight scene, and they wore the fucking digital suits and they did motion capture. So that fight scene is not just some animator drawing shit up. That's literally captured off of Darth Maul's movement, and I forgot who the stunt woman is, but that's a real fight they had, and they captured it and put it into the anime.
That's dope. Shit. And then they give us, which not for nothing, A New Hope too. Is that proper to call it? A New Hope redo that no one asked for with Ray.
The new Hope.
The other Hope.
How Star Wars got its New Hope back.
Oh, the non-binary Hope.
Yeah.
But anyway, that because that's pretty much what it was, right? It was A New Hope. It was a remake of episode 4.
Based on Bob Iger's fucking cowardness. I've told you this story before. He knew the reaction that the prequel series got. He saw what George Lucas wanted to do. He panicked and said, "Nah, we're gonna scrap that, and let's give them something akin to what we know they already like, which is the sequel, the original trilogy." So he did something akin to the first film. And then apparently he lost his balls because he didn't do anything else when they were like, "Oh, the second one has nothing to do with the first one, and it's gonna rewrite some of the shit the first one did." I'm not gonna say nothing about this one. This one's all you, Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is like, why didn't they just complete the story or like go continue this shit?
Yeah,
and,
Cody, why didn't you finish the story?
And listen, I hate the fact that you let the fucking fans. Acolyte had nothing to do with YouTubers. You suck. This shit was all YouTubers' fault. You bring back Palpatine because one dickhead in on a chat said, "Look, and she thrusted the lightsaber. That's Palpatine move. Palpatine's alive." And you bring Palpatine back because of that. You thought that was smart. It's like, holy shit. It couldn't have been Plagueis or nobody that was teaching Palpatine some shit.
Or it couldn't have just been she's a nobody.
Sisters.
Yo, have you ever seen me sword fight?
Yeah.
All right.
Sword fight just like Palpatine.
No, what I'm saying, have you ever seriously seen me get into like a sword fighting competition?
Oh no. I mean, like I saw we went to the barbecue with the mixed martial arts shit. You did the sword fighting there, but you wasn't fencing nobody.
Now, you don't think that anybody with a fucking sword knows pointy end that way and fucking thrust?
No, that's a special technique.
Like they act like he hit a fucking Flecko, and she's like, "Oh, how does she know the Flecko? Only he knows the Flecko." Like,
see, that's the problem because it's niggas like you that think they the last dragon. Well, I mean, you don't thrust your sword unless you're a professional.
Dude, I did once catch a bullet with my teeth.
Me and Mr. Nuff was here. Was watching the movie, and we said, "Oh shit, she fucking thrusted the sword." And Mr. Nuff was like, "Thrusted the sword, nigga, please." Shit. But yeah, we get on that shit all day. But you know what? That's our favorite sport. Because why not?
Yo, I get paid to cancel the Acolyte.
Apparently, but dude, it's the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I can see the tempo looks like it's a fucking TV. It's a Disney Plus show. That movie looks like it's filmed as a Disney Plus show. It doesn't have no.
Here's a question that's gonna bake your noodle. Does it look that way only because we've only seen it ever as a Disney Plus show?
No, it looks that way because it's bright. Like if you watch The Mandalorian, a lot of their scenes are like really bright, like extra bright, so it accentuates the colors. When you watch Ahsoka's kind of like darkish because she's wearing black stuff and the colors are like muted. But the Star Wars movies have like a film over it. Their color grading is different. Like I'm physically talking about the way they produced this shit and color graded the movie makes it seem like it's a Disney Plus movie, a Disney Plus show, and not a fucking Star Wars movie.
Yeah, you have reached the final level. You have picked up on visual storytelling enough to distinguish, oh, this has the same visual language as this, therefore it cannot be that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my last time on the podcast. My job is done.
No, but you know that's how I felt about the Snyderverse. Remember, I kept saying I didn't like the tone of it. I didn't like how dark it was. That's what I meant. Like the color grading and the light was so dark.
But you have opened up a bunch of.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like so dark. Like every inch of that movie was made in fucking Gotham. But then you watch the Twilight's Revenge, and it wasn't as dark, but it was still serious tone.
Yeah, because there's a difference between forcing atmosphere and actual atmosphere.
Well, somebody got to tell Snack Snyder what's the difference, because
You fool!
somebody got to tell him the difference, because in what was that, the Star Wars movie, Quentin Rebel
Moon?
Rebel Moon? Yeah, that was just as stupid. That was also color graded wrong. That felt like if it was the Justice League fighting 300, and they didn't know which way they wanted to go with it.
It technically isn't done wrong. It's a stylistic choice he made, but
a wrong stylistic choice he made. just do that one, Snack Snyder. you wrong for that. But yeah, I mean, like there's different things. Just it looks like the TV show. Like even when we saw the Simpsons movie, it had
a completely different feel.
Yeah,
than the show.
It didn't feel like you just gave us a 4-episode arc and turned it into a movie. Like no, that it would the graphics were a little cleaner, a little darker, more defined, and all. Like you spent time on this. This is more professionally done. Even the Entourage movie was different than the Entourage show.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens when we see the entirety of it.
True, because it could have just been the commercial for that, but
because I can't wait to be in the theater to watch Babu Freak and Grogu fucking run down the tunnel, and then it cuts away to 3 minutes of commercial, and we gotta wait for it to come back.
The sign that says commercial being played.
Oh, I know you already. Did you already do your Thursday Survivor Series rant?
No.
All right, real quick, sidetrack because I'm not gonna be here Thursday. ESPN, TKO, WWE, all conglomerates involved. If we're not gonna fucking see the commercial, stop putting in 3.5 minute breaks where it just says we'll be right back. How about it was Survivor Series? How about you play 3 minutes of any of the other 30 fucking years of Survivor Series in between the fucking breaks there? Give us something to do. We're not paying for the highest shit. I don't believe so. You can come back in here then and tell the world, are we paying for the highest here?
Well, I don't know how it works because it's off the Hulu bundle. And the Hulu bundle, I ain't got no commercials.
So who's watching commercials? If we can't watch the commercials, who the fuck's watching commercials? Now we in the tier. This is what mom was always afraid of. My smart ass was not in these fucking retarded classes where kids were getting a leg up because I didn't need them. But God forbid I wasn't in there too because I might be falling behind. So now this is what mom was talking about. The poor people who can't pay for no commercials are watching commercials, and I'm looking at a screen that says we'll be back.
You know what the crazy shit is though? That's the type of shit make you fall asleep during the event.
Yeah, because there's no reason for it. Show us something. You own a whole library. You bought fucking TNA. Show us fucking TNA. I don't give a shit.
You know, it's funny because Netflix, which this is where I get it from. So Netflix, it goes from 8 to 10 to 10. It goes from 8 to 10:30. He's about to fucking blow. He's about to spit all that water on his PC. It goes from 8 to 10:30, and I'm like, yo, why is it cutting out a half hour before it's supposed to? And then you look, and it's a half hour. It's a half hour of the pre-show, which is just a countdown, and it says Raw starting soon. They literally have a half hour of blank air, and that's what's making up the 3 hours of Raw.
Yo, this is why I put this. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Show us something, god damn it. Why would you say some shit like that as I'm drinking water?
I didn't plan on saying some shit like that. For some reason I just couldn't fucking say 10. I don't know what it is.
You can't say 10. You can't say Zach.
Snack Snyder. Zach Snyder.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this Friday when Snack Ryder comes back to fucking SmackDown.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. They used to do that shit during the ESPN Plus UFC shit. There's a commercial being shown. So my shit is, unless this is one broadcast going everywhere and you just have different overlays of commercials on different sections, my shit is, why wouldn't you just go, all right, commercial being shown and then show like a live feed of people setting up the next match or the ring or something? Because you know what happens during the commercial? You know what happens during the commercials on Netflix? They have interviews. Like I had to look it up because there were times I'm watching someone have an interview and go, that didn't happen on Raw. Like, yeah, it happened on when? Because I was here with 20 other people watching this shit live, and I didn't see not one motherfucking question asked. When was this? And doing commercials. Which I got the highest tier of Netflix. I shouldn't be watching commercials.
Yo, I want to know this. Who gets to watch commercials? And if you do video packages, who gets to watch the video packages? Because on Peacock, God forbid they cut to a video package, we go right to commercial.
Yeah.
Because we on Peacock report. On Hulu, we're middle class apparently.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how you're not paying extra to not see the commercials, so you're watching the commercials. You're paying extra to not see the commercials, so we're not showing you the commercials, but you're still getting the break. Like, wait, what? How does this work? So, like, because that makes sense. Because, like, yo, I pay for the ad-free shit. All right, cool. You didn't pay for the break-free shit. You're still on break. You're just not seeing the ads. So, who's getting the break-free shit?
Yo, and I want to send a special shout out to Jeff Bezos. Fuck you. I already pay almost $300 for your fucking Amazon Plus that I don't even fucking use. Why the fuck am I watching commercials on Amazon Prime? On Prime Video.
And why is everything you suggest to me fucking able to rent or buy? Where's the free shit? Where's the shit that's with the fucking subscription? There's more selection on Tubi than there is on Amazon. I was frozen today. If you could pick out what movie that's from, you get 10 points.
Predator Badland. What do we think?
Well, before we do that, apparently the Hulk is afraid of Godzilla.
What?
Yeah, Godzilla destroys the Marvel universe. They made the Hulk huge, and Godzilla beat the shit out of the Hulk, and the Hulk is afraid of Godzilla. The Hulk always managed to hide his fear away, but that was impossible against Godzilla.
That makes no sense. Godzilla, I mean, yeah, he has arms, but not like the fucking Hulk. They're not as dexterous. King Kong was fucking up Godzilla. The Hulk can't fuck up Godzilla.
The Hulk is 100% gamma radiation. He was born for this. I only had to press that button 12 times.
Yeah, why do I gotta press the off button 3 times to? I feel like
because the controller doesn't turn on and off the AC. The controller turns itself on and off. And if the AC is there while it's on and you turn it off, both will turn off. But if it's not there, it will turn off by itself and the AC will say, fuck you later. They don't make controllers like they used to where it was power. The thing that I'm pointing at is power turned off. Not my shit. I like turn off. But it's like you're the closest thing to the shit, so it turns off that.
Yo, I honestly feel like I hit the button for power, and then a paperclip shows up and goes, "Are you sure? You sure you want to exit?"
Cut the power. Cut the power. Shit.
Yeah, New York Knicks are losing, by the way.
Yeah, I know. 102 to 93.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, I get the updates on the phone.
Because right now, it's 102 to 91 for me.
Oh, shit. Predator Badlands. What did you think?
So I got to immediately say that your enjoyment, if you haven't already seen it, of Predator Badlands is predicate on how quickly you get on board with the fact that this is not a typical Predator movie. I was able to get on board with that pretty quick, and I enjoyed it immensely. I thought it was funny. I thought the action was good. I thought the what do you call it? The writing was good. I thought the direction was good. My only real complaint is during the first fight scene between the two Predator brothers, I couldn't tell who the fuck was who.
Yeah, it was dark.
It was so poorly lit that I was like, I don't even know who I'm supposed to be rooting for, who I'm not supposed to be rooting for. They have different hairstyles, and I still couldn't tell who the fuck was who.
And they're different sizes.
Yeah.
It was like Batista versus Randy Orton over there.
Which is another thing. Like I never really truly felt the scale of how small this Predator was.
Yeah. Because it just seemed like he was a couple inches shorter, but, you know, the weight was what you needed to see. With the Predator we're used to, seemed like he was just a tall, lanky motherfucker. And this Predator was just like a average guy that had a little bit of stock to him.
Yeah. But like I said, I liked the movie. They did something which I thought was really clever, where the android female was talking first in Yancha to the Predator, and then switched to a universal thing where she was like, well, you're going to hear me in your language, and everybody else will just hear me in the language they understand. Which I was like, oh, that's cool. So that's why we can understand her, and he understands her, but we don't need him speaking English.
I kind of like the fact he wasn't speaking English. Because at that point, it's got to be some 13th Warrior shit. Where they're all speaking their own language, and then eventually we figure out, oh, Antonio Banderas learned their language, and he understands them, and we're seeing this in the eyes of him, so that's why we can understand them.
Yeah.
It
Like
can't just be, oh, I put on a universal language shit, and I was like, wait, are we listening through her ears? Like, how does this work? Because this don't make sense now, but I like the fact that he was speaking his own language. I never knew they were Yanchas, but was that something that they mentioned in the other?
Yeah, and Predator 2, I believe. They mentioned the species.
I kind of thought Predator Badland was going to be more like the Predator show, where they had the three winners of the Predator and they went to go fight the king. Because it kind of looked like he was trying to, you know, beat the king and become the main man in the trailers.
Yeah, I mean, that happened. That did happen, technically. But, I mean, shit, the movie's been out for a long time now, so we can talk fully about it. Essentially, what this was the Predator has got to learn what it is to be a hero.
The Predator's got a Predator.
Yeah, and they did the one thing that I never understood about movies. For some reason, in almost every movie, found family is better than the family you were born in.
Yeah.
The family you were born in is horrendous pieces of shit, and the random idiots you find out in the street, that's the way better family to be in. And that's the one that teaches you that hugging's okay, and saying I love you is okay, and being the wolf is okay, because now you can protect everybody. Like, I was like, I get there are certain families that are bad and found families are better, but that can't be every fucking time. Like,
yeah. Nah, yeah, it's true.
Because, I mean, his brother was cool, but then his dad was a piece of shit. And then apparently his mom was worse because he's more worried that his mom showed up at the end.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. His mom's coming. His mom don't live there? How did she know he was back?
I've never seen a female predator before.
Me neither. That's why I was like, wait, his mama. Oh, this ain't no Gorg shit where they holding hands in a volcano and making rock babies. Shit.
Which is the dumbest thing ever. After he told us that his mom and his stepdad were doing something, he all of a sudden now has 2 dads.
Yeah. But the one thing that it kind of, I wish they would have elaborated more on, or they would have shown more of him being a runt. Like that whole runt thing was really fast. Like they didn't show him in school with bigger ones, or him being bullied by bigger ones, or nothing. It was just, I'm fighting my brother. You fight with too much anger. The father comes. Well, he's always been the small one. Kill him. What?
Yeah.
What? And then that size never affected him again.
Yo, that's the funny thing. Is like he's 6'6" and not 6'8". Get rid of the motherfucker. But then he's completely capable of doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
And then even more so when he comes back. And what's funny is none of the, I mean, it sounds like we're shitting on a movie that we just said we liked, but
yeah,
it's funny because none of the shit he learned on that planet had anything to do with teaching him what the fuck he did at the end.
Yeah. And he never became a predator.
Yeah, he did. He had the wood mask and the shit, and he trained. That was dope. How he trained that little weird sea snake to be his fucking shoulder cannon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he never, like, officially was, like, a predator.
Well, so he, what do you call it? Remember, he went back to get his cloak. Once you get the cloak, then you're official. So now in the next one, when his mom shows up, now we figure out what the fuck happens.
Now we're gonna see fucking invisible Yamchas fighting each other.
Yo, that's what we've been missing. 2 invisible Yamchas standing on a CGI background, going at it, and everybody just like, that sunset is nice.
Word.
But honestly though, I think everybody should see it if you haven't seen it already. Yeah. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun movie. And if they're gonna, I don't want to say they're gonna grow with this, but I think Prey was a better Predator movie. But then again, this is I don't think you can put them together. This has to be like, yeah, we know the lore from all the other Predator movies, but this got to be standalone.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is kind of like Rogue One, where you're like, yeah, technically it fits, and it's part of this whole thing, but it's actually separate from the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and all that.
Yeah.
So this is the Rogue One of the Predator series. And what worries me is that Dan Trachtenberg, the guy who directed Prey and this movie and Killer Killers, says he has more planned for this franchise. And people asked him, oh, if the girl from Prey is in the cryostasis at the end of Killer Killers, well, what happened to Dutch and what happened to Danny Glover's character in part 2? And then coming out of Comic-Con, he went in and got the animators to do a deleted scene, which is now up on, now you can go see it now. Now it ends with them panning over and she's in cryogenesis, and then so is Arnold and so is Danny Glover now. And it's like, what the fuck are you going to do? Because both of those guys are like 110 years old.
And it kind of makes you think. I can understand how they got her. If she's living in the woods, the tribe, it's old shit, you know. How the fuck did you get Arnold and Danny Glover in the city? Like, how did the first one of you make such a big fucking deal, and everybody knows your business, but then you send what ninja assassins come in here to steal them?
I want to know, how the fuck did you catch winners?
Yeah.
All three of them beat your ass, and you still caught them? So who the fuck did you send the first time?
Word. Well, then remember, these are predators that are trying to get their hunt.
So then we have to add to the canon that Yanchas are sore losers, and even if you do win, they're like, fuck it, we'll send the actual guy to come in there and take you.
Yeah.
Who would you recast to play Arnold's character if they had to do one where
Alan Richards. One ugly motherfucker.
do you think he could do the accent though?
Get to the chopper. I think so.
Dude, all right. First off, he's playing Arnold, not the Cookie Monster.
Yo, and then you get Batista to play Jesse the Body Ventura's part. I ain't got time to bleed.
They didn't take Jesse Ventura with them. We're not remaking the first one.
Oh,
we just
that's
need
what I
Arnold.
was doing.
No,
but
we
when
just
he
need
goes
Arnold.
back in time, he sees Batista, and he's like, "I didn't ring no bell. Mickey loves you."
What other franchise would you want to see a Yancha fucking intervene?
There's only one. Fast and Furious. Vin Diesel needs to fuck up a Yancha. You want to impress me? Fuck up a Yancha with a car.
You know what I was gonna say?
G.I. Joe was
Jason Voorhees versus a Yancha.
But do they? Oh, yeah. I thought you was talking about Freddy.
Do they dream?
Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like, yeah. Do Yanchas even sleep? But
yes, he clearly put the pillow down and went to sleep.
yeah, but do they dream?
That I don't know.
But
The Yancha dream of electric sheep.
Jason Voorhees versus a Yancha, that I don't know, man. But if Jason Voorhees throwing fucking sidekicks and shit, I'm out. Unless it's fucking Jason X, but he's in space and he turns into a cyborg and shit.
All right. How about this then? We can do a crossover and it's Jason Statham versus the Yancha.
And that's the same exact shit as Jason. That's Michael Myers versus fucking the Yancha, just karate.
It's a predator.
It's the Predator-don. Shit. I don't think Jason Statham should do any more movies like that.
Like what?
I think Jason Statham should turn into like Leslie Nielsen and start doing comedy.
Dude, have you ever seen him in I think it's called Spy, the Melissa McCarthy movie?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
I've seen bits and pieces of it on YouTube. He's hilarious in that movie. I think I actually got to watch the full fucking movie.
Yeah. No, you know it is the reason why I said that is because it's like one, all of his movies are pretty much very similar. He's got Lionheart, The Quest, Kickboxer, and all these movies in one. But when Van Damme did it, Van Damme was getting his ass kicked and he came back. He wasn't the Terminator in every single one of these movies. Like I don't like those people that not only can they not lose a fight, they can't get hit in the fight. It's like no one else in this movie universe can fight as good as them. You know?
I mean, it's true.
Because you got the best of the best, and then the girl who kills the best in the beekeeper, and she couldn't touch him. Like this, everyone's afraid of this girl because she's crazy. And he kills her in 2 seconds. John Wick had a problem with Common. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, son. You can't even get hit. They can't even throw a punch at you. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But I don't know how you expand on the Yancha universe now, because we pretty much got the gist of it, where they go out and they become predators. But now we got to see why they are assassins that other things hire. Are they like Saiyans? You know how the Frieza hired the Saiyans to fucking go destroy other planets and shit? Or are they just a species that thrives on being the best hunters?
That's what it is. They are, and canonically, they are a species that thrives on being the best hunters. And every time they send somebody to go fight somewhere on a planet, every time that one loses, they readapt, they learn a lesson, and the next one that gets sent has upgraded shit from whatever happened before.
So then how do you expand on this movie and showing us the Yancha chick? Because that doesn't seem like that warrants a whole movie. Like, you're just gonna have to keep sending them places to fucking hunt.
I don't, unless this movie ties into Killer of Killers, this new one.
Yeah, because it's like, did you get that laser sword because he fought a Jedi? Like, what? Where did that sword come from?
Yeah, and why wasn't it never used anywhere else?
Yeah, like what? That's something I would like to know. Where did you give me a history of the technology and where they're getting their weapons from? Like, you put Neil deGrasse Tyson in a movie where they kidnap him and he's like, oh, this is 18th century Wakandan or some shit like that. It's like, oh, I can read. It's the alien fucking code that we've been getting since 1982. And it's like, oh, this laser sword comes from fucking Darth Vader because it's the galaxy far, far away and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we just misinterpreted it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. All right, cool. But I would like to see more of the weapons.
Yo, what if we did a Forged in Fire Yancha version? Where we went up there and we had the guy, I'm like, Smiths, you have 3 hours to make a Damascus fire blade. Using any technique you want.
Layers. Shit.
This round is over.
That'd be dope. Shit. Like, they didn't explain, like, they explained all the other Yanchas coming to get that thing and but they didn't explain how this girl was able to use the side gun and how come he didn't have one or his brother didn't have one, or why was that like a hidden feature? Like, what's, you know what I'm saying? The shit that he have.
They kind of vaguely touched on it when they said that they were specifically knowledgeable about the Yancha culture, and it was implied that she was the one who gathered the information and the other one was the fucking assassin one. So I mean, if you saw, she clearly knew how to access all the weaponry and shit. Plus, they're synthetics. They vibe with technology.
That was funny. Tell him it's a map. What is it? It's a toy. Boof. That's a child's toy? What child plays with that? That was funny. This shit blew up in his face.
You know what was kind of funny that I didn't think was going to be? when he went to sleep and he was doing the stretches, and that little
Yeah.
fucking monkey thing with him started doing the same shit.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. Then he spit on him. He's like, "The fuck you doing
Yeah.
spitting on me?" Like, I just picture you. It was like, "Get the fuck out of here with the spitting shit. You spit on me." But instantly, when the big one smelt him, and then I was like, "Oh, that little baby's his baby. That's Butter's baby.
Yeah.
It better not be Murtaugh's baby."
It was also unexpectedly funny when he was like, "Yeah, we got to find your." Or she was like, "I want to find my sister," and he's like, "Yeah, and your legs."
Yeah. Yo, it turned out them legs were useful. Them legs was fucking people up. Shit.
What's that?
Rambo's
ZZ
boy
Top
got
song?
He
She's
got
got
legs.
legs. She knows how to use them.
Yeah. So you just got to give Rambo's boy some legs. He ain't got no fucking legs. But yeah, it's definitely we're in a different era of movies where it's not gonna be the same as what we to watch. And I guess we gotta learn that shit now because everything's changing on us. And it's not getting any better. You gotta love this shit. People are like, well, they came after us. They're supposed to be better than us. No. You would want them to, but they can't. They can't do it.
Yo,
They can't do it.
how are they supposed to be better when the only lessons they've ever learned was, hey, we all liked this shit when we were growing up. So let's just do the shit we like growing up.
Yeah.
Not realizing that the people in the 50s had their movies, and then it switched in the 60s and the 70s, then in the 80s, then in the 90s, and it kept fucking switching. We didn't realize, oh, it's supposed to keep switching. We were just like, nope, all of this shit worked. So let's do all this shit as much as we can.
Crazy.
And yo, now thanks to streaming, nobody wants to take a shot on something that doesn't already have an attached fan base to it. Because movies are so expensive. Who's got the time? Who's got whatever? How? Like, you're gonna really go to a movie to see something you don't know?
Yeah. I mean, if you properly fucking advertise this shit, because that's the thing. How many? We got there. The movie started at 10:30. We got there at 10:35, and we saw 45 minutes of coming attraction. And I'm like, look at all these fucking coming. I can't tell you what fucking happened because I forgot all about them. Look at all these coming attractions. You don't see them shits nowhere. I'm not gonna remember any of these movies that are supposed to be coming out. And if I was interested in one of them, sucks to be them. I forgot all about them now.
Dude, what's funny is I was not interested in any one of those movies that they fucking showed.
I don't think I was interested in any one of them either. But yeah, the advertising sucks.
Yo, you know what it is? A lot of the times they don't know how to advertise or market a movie. So they go for the lowest common denominator and like, what can we show that will make people come in here? And the perfect example, what is it? The Night Comes for Us, or It Comes at Night, was marketed as like this fucking apocalyptic zombie horror where it's like, oh, something's coming. We got to see what the fuck it is and what's haunting this family. And it turns out the movie is not about that at all. The movie is just it's about a bunch of people who survived the fucking some sort of fallout. And what comes at night is their paranoia with each other. And it's a slow burn shit of, I know everybody that I brought here. I don't know these new people who showed up. So can we trust them? And then new people are like, well, can we trust these guys? And it goes circles around each other. And who spirals out of control or what. That's the fucking movie. That's not how it was pitched.
Yeah, it sounds stupid. You know what's funny? The minute you started explaining that movie, it was like, 28 years later. This shit seems like this is no longer about the vampires. I mean, the zombies. Now it's about all these cults and shit.
Dude, that was the one complaint. It's like when people want to go see 28 years later, that's not the movie they were pitched. And then it ends in the weirdest way ever, where you spend a whole hour and a half with this boy trying to learn to survive, and it's a character study, and it's not really to do with the zombies and all that shit. And then he gets met with these dudes in tracksuits in different colors who come out and literally Power Ranger ninja kick all these fucking zombies. That's how it ended.
Jesus. They need to do better. They need to do better. What's the next thing that's coming out now? Mr. Wonderful is January something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, January 15th. It was supposed to be this month,
I think so.
but they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do January."
Well, just like Mortal Kombat, they knew better, so they moved it.
Well, I mean, think about it. The first third of Stranger Things is out, and then Christmas the second third, and then New Year's the third. So they gotta wait until Stranger Things comes out.
Speaking of which, the Mighty Nine series on Amazon Plus has hit #1 globally in different markets all around the world.
Which is a good fucking show. It's a good cartoon.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
good
I would-
anime.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. I don't really watch too many animes for some reason. I don't know why they don't catch it. I tried to watch One Punch Man, and I saw like the first 3 minutes of it, and the guy's fucking up the city, and he punches the dude and disintegrates him. He's like, "God damn it, I punched him," and I'm like,
Oh, because most people don't know that One Punch Man is supposed to be a satire of superhero and shit like that. It's not supposed to be like an anime that you watch and you're like, oh, let's see this character get stronger. No, it's supposed to be making fun of the whole superhero genre.
"Oh well, I
That's
didn't
why
know
he
that."
did 100 push-ups, lost his hair, and he's One Punch Man now.
I didn't know that at all. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm good. I like My Hero Academia, which is fucking yo. Whoever writes those TV shows need to learn how to do movies, because you could leave a movie off on a cliffhanger real quick, and then it's like now we're 17 movies into the shit, and it's like we're finally getting to see the fucking boss fight. Like, let them write a fucking live action Mortal Kombat movie, and there'll be a fucking there'll be 30 of them before we get to Shang Tsung.
Yo, can I just say, when we started this last season of My Hero Academia, I was sitting here like, yo, all for one, you have to fucking kill him. There is no other option but to kill him. Then I forget the other bad guy's name, the one who destroys everything. He had the hands as a mask.
Decay. I forgot his real name.
Yeah, but that's his thing, right? I was looking at him. I'm like, you have to fucking kill him. He's not gonna stop. You have to fucking kill him. And then Deku was like, no, I see the kid inside him. I gotta try to save him. Blah, 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 blah. And what the fuck happened? He tried to do that, and he knocked the wall down, and now All for One is fucking back in control of the body. And what do you gotta do? You have to fucking kill him. The shit I was saying from the fucking beginning. You wasted 15 fucking minutes trying to tell me that, no, you got to save the kid inside, and I'll save you, and blah, blah, blah. No, just fucking kill the man. To kill him. It's okay. shit.
And he lost
Come
his
on,
arm. Now
Bruce.
he got his arm.
You're the Joker. Like,
Yeah.
every rule has one exception. It's built in.
You know, at this point, Batman, I don't think you would succumb to that shit.
Yo,
Like
no.
you're so afraid of getting drunk, you don't never drink alcohol, and then you're like 50 years old and you take a sip and like, this shit is nasty.
Yo,
You know, and then you're like, I don't even want to drink it.
I'll do you one better. At this point, I think you like the Joker killing all your fucking friends and destroying the city.
It makes you feel good, but
It makes you fucking rock hard.
yeah, you're pissing them off.
Every time you're with Selena, you're like, the Joker blew up a building. Bang! Come here, Catwoman.
Get your milk.
And on that note,
Yeah, pretty much. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.